talking retail with Anthony Polazzi, Managing Director at Sun Capital Partners. Anthony, tell us a little about your firm and what you do.
Sure. Sun Capital Partners is about a $10 billion private equity firm that focuses on special situations, distressed businesses, turnarounds, and other situations that can benefit from our operational expertise.
So in retailing, so much talk is about the online presence. Actually, it's probably smaller than people think it is in terms of total overall sales, but it is very important as to what's going on currently. Tell us about e-commerce.
Yeah, what's really changed is the nature of the entire business and the way people interact with their mobile devices and how that changes the interaction they want with the stores. And so what's really driven is people saying, you know, I don't need to go to a store to understand about its product and things like that. I can see it online, I can interact with it online, and how do you tie that all into the same experience?
But I guess it depends too on the product, doesn't it? I mean, certain things, if you want to buy a refrigerator, for example, you look at the model, you don't have to go look at it necessarily. Right. The picture online is probably adequate, but if it's a pair of shoes, it might be a little different.
Yeah, you know, which is interesting. Originally, when online first kind of came into play, a lot of people thought, hey, this category won't get touched by it, or this, you know, other category, well, people won't buy TVs or whatever because it's too expensive. But the reality is that people, because of return policies and the way that dynamic works, a lot of people are comfortable buying across a lot of different categories, and so it's pretty much impacting retail almost across the board.
And do you see that let me settle over. Do you see online growing as a total percentage, or just staying about where it is, and just this kind of confluence of all the channels of distribution?
Well, I think online will continue to grow because there's a convenience factor there, and if you're a convenience customer, then you're gonna take the most convenient way to purchase. I think some of the things that the stores are doing about order online, pick up in store, you know, order in the store, pick up at home, all that kind of stuff will blend the channels a little bit so that it's not as much just either e-commerce or in-store, but it's, you know, how do you want to use any of the different channels to make a purchase.
And can smaller retailers compete in such an environment?
Yeah, I think they can if they, again, stick to their knitting and figure out what their true differentiator is. Is it a brand that differentiates them? Is it location? Is it, you know, is it the way, their experience that they provide? What is it that differentiates those, you know, those stores or, you know, those retailers? And if they stick to that, then I think they can be successful.
And what do you see as hot in retail in 2015 and 16?
Well, hot in retail is always interesting, but, you know, clearly on the apparel side, it's been mostly the accessories, bags, things like that. On, you know, electronics, I mean, you can't get past retail without talking about what Apple's been able to do and stuff like that.
Terrific. Anthony, thanks so much for being with us.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.